Greetings from Glacier Guides and Montana Raft Company. This video is aimed at helping our guests pack efficiently and show up the day of the departure prepared, as the weather in the mountains can be quite variable and unpredictable. Our guides are here to provide a relaxing trip. However, being prepared with the proper clothing, your trip will be much more enjoyable. The information in this video applies to guests going on all our half-day, full-day, overnight, and scenic trips. If you are on one of our overnight trips, please view the video dealing specifically with what and how to pack for a multi-day raft trip. First off, there are several common options for materials that make up outdoor clothing, such as wool, polypropylene, cotton, silk, nylon, and fleece. When deciding what clothes to bring on your river adventure, there are a few things to consider. As a general option, cotton is never a good choice. Choose fabrics that are wicking in that they draw moisture away from your skin, like synthetics. Once cotton is wet, it takes an extremely long time to dry and does not preserve body heat well. So leave the jeans, sweatshirts, and cotton t-shirts in the car. Better options to choose from are polypropylene, fleece, nylon, and wool. The benefits of polypro and fleece are that even when wet, they tend to wick the moisture away from your skin and maintain your body heat. They also dry out relatively quick, along with nylon, though nylon is not a good insulator. The weather and the time of season are major factors in choosing clothes. No matter what the season though, bring more clothing in the car, and when you meet with the guide, they can help you decide what to leave behind. It is better to have the clothing and not take it than to leave it in the motel room and want it, as Montana's mountainous weather can be fickle sometimes. So how exactly should you dress for being on the river? The various weather trends experienced here throughout the summer call for different clothing options almost each day. During the hot weather time of the year, the decision-making process for clothing is minimal. It is still best to start with a bathing suit under a synthetic top and quick-dry shorts. On sunny days, we highly recommend bringing a sun protection hat that tightens to the head and that you don't mind losing in the splashing waves or if you fall out of the boat. Sunglasses will protect your eyes from the reflecting glare of the sun on the river. For chilly summer days, you can choose to layer your shorts and top with a long underwear base layer over your bathing suit or undergarments. The early and late seasons, which are May to mid-June and early September respectively, tend to be dominated by cooler weather. Once at our office, here's what our guides recommend. The best layer to start with is a swimsuit. Next, add a long-sleeve, lightweight synthetic base layer, both top and bottom. Base layer items tend to be made from polypropylene, capilene, polyester, or wool. That will then be covered by one of our provided Farmer John style wetsuits. Wetsuits are required until about the beginning of July, depending on the weather. After that, they are still available to guests if they want, free of charge. Over that, we recommend a thicker fleece layer, top and bottom. To keep a bit drier and warmer, we can provide you with a splash top and pants, which is like river-specific rain gear. You may bring your own gear if you have it, though you may prefer to get our gear wet and keep yours dry for when you get back to the office. Aside from rain protection, this type of jacket keeps you warmer in windy conditions, as sometimes seen in the river canyon. As for your feet, please know that our boats are self-bailing, and thus will always have water in the bottom of the boat, where your feet will be. You can opt to wear a pair of our provided neoprene booties, which make a great insulating layer, or bring your own appropriate footwear. Examples would be most any type of sneakers or tennis shoes, certain sandals, and water socks or shoes, as long as you don't mind getting them wet. Sandals that do not fully strap on the foot, such as flip-flops, will not be allowed on any of our river trips. Your guide will assist you in making sure you have the right footwear. To keep your feet more comfortable in the cold river water, we recommend wearing a pair of nylon or wool socks. Lastly, bring a warm hat that covers your ears and fleece gloves. We do offer neoprene mittens if you would like. We do have changing rooms available on site, along with a stocked retail shop if you forget something. As a side note, the scenic float is a calmer trip and therefore floaters will not be getting as wet. However, in general, the same clothing options apply. To review, here is the list of items that are provided by us. It is then suggested for our guests to bring these items on the river depending on the weather. Next is a short list of accessory items to bring to help complete your trip. Sunscreen is a necessity most days, as not only will you be sitting in the sun with very little shade, but the surface of the water reflects a lot of light and it can increase burns even when overcast. Of course, waterproof sunscreen is best. If you are planning to wear either sunglasses or prescription glasses, it would be highly recommended to have a retaining strap. If you are serious about not wanting to lose your glasses, perhaps leave them in the car. You are welcome to bring some water, which is a necessity on hot days. You can fill water bottles at our company headquarters. For those who wish to document their trip, please bring a waterproof camera, as unprotected digital cameras are not recommended on the river, even if placed in a dry bag. Waterproof cameras, hats, sunscreen, reusable water bottles, and glasses straps may be purchased in our office before departure. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, please bring any medications that you may need for the day, along with letting the guide know any medical considerations you may have. To recap, here's what you should bring. For those joining us on any of our raft trips, here is an additional list of things to bring and leave in your car for when you return to our office following your adventure. Since you will be getting wet, leave a complete change of clothes in your car, including undergarments and socks, and a towel. Scenic floaters won't be getting too wet, but may want to take advantage of this idea if it is raining. Be even more prepared by having some cash to use for snacks at our bistro, souvenirs at the office, or tips for the guides. We do also accept all major credit cards. And that about covers the clothing items recommended for our guided trips. If you have specific questions about clothing brands or material types, contact your nearest outdoor store. Feel free to contact our office with questions regarding your trip. If you are going on one of our combination trips or are just interested, check out our other videos dealing with trip planning.